Are you beauties tired of doing the same routine day in and day out and not getting anywhere with the same look? Well, today beauties, I'm here to spice up your makeup routine with this 1950s inspired vibe for you today. So stick along and we're gonna see how you can get this look right over here. What is up, my beauties? Welcome back to my channel. I am Michaella Shanti if you beauties are new here to my channel. So today, beauties, we are gonna get into a different type of video today, girl. We are getting into this 1950s inspired makeup tutorial for you beauties today. So first, beauties, I am going to start with my brows, girl. So for brows, back in the 1950s, you guys, they made it a little more darker, maybe a little more arched. So beauties, I did end up purchasing the Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Deep Brown. I do use that occasionally. I just wanted to get into something different, and especially, you guys, back in the 1950s, girl, they used a lot of pencils. It was just such a different era, different time. People would use different types of products. So you beauties can see this is a 1950s woman over here. So back in the day in 1950s, they would have fuller eyebrows with prominent arch. So we're definitely gonna focus on that arch over there, and that it kind of gives you like a swooped vibe. It's not really like, you know, our Instagram brows like we do now, where we have, you know, a nice defined brow. Back in the day, it was darker, more bolder, and just really arched out. And then they also have a natural dewy eye look and mascara. So beauties, I've seen a few, we're definitely gonna go into that a little bit later in the video. They have a natural foundation, cream or liquid, Rogue High on Cheek. I'm guessing maybe that's like some blush maybe or something like that. And then they had full lips with lip pencil outline. So they always outline their lips and they filled it in with the color. And also beauties, before I do get into this, I gotta use a little bit of primer. So I'm using my Glassy Touch in Soul primer over here. This can be used as a primer, a moisturizer. It's very filling, girl. So we just about to pop this on, girl, okay? We're gonna get nice prepped and primed. I already washed my skin. And then now we're just putting a little bit of hydration back into our skin. All right, beauty, so I did want to zoom into my face a little bit more so you guys can see. You guys, I put my brow pencil, you guys, inside of this without pushing it down. And it broke off, girl. All right, beauty, so we're really going to, ooh, girl, look at that. That shine, girl, that shine, girl. So we're really gonna focus on making sure these brows are being very arched. That's definitely one thing, and very bold. Back in the day, you know, everything was just simpler, you know what I mean? Just their routine. I feel like a 1950s makeup routine was just so simple because they didn't do all the extra stuff that we do, like highlight. I mean, they use setting powders, you know, and everything, but like I just feel like it was a more simpler time coming into the industry, if you guys understand what I'm saying. But I'm really just focusing this in a like arched out kind of circular motion. You can focus on this being dark, beauties, like, because their eyebrows back in the day, girl, were dark. That's how they were. That's how the natural arch was. It was very dark. This is usually not how I do my eyebrows, but for a 1950s inspired makeup tutorial, you definitely need some dark, bold brows that are very arched out. Okay, beauty, so that's what that one eyebrow is looking like over there. This is our right eyebrow, so now we're just gonna focus on doing the same thing on the right side of our eyebrow. Beauties, when you're doing this, beauties, have fun with it, girl. We are doing a 1950s vibe. You guys can get out of your comfort zone, you know, just have fun with it and just see what you guys can create with this look today, because that's really what I'm going to focus on, beauties, is just having a good time here with you guys. And if you guys do enjoy my videos, or if you guys do enjoy watching this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, girl. I love you guys. I would absolutely love you guys to join my beauty tribe, and don't miss an upload, girl, because I do upload some, you know, I love to do this, you guys. Like I just love doing this for you guys, and you know, I get out of my comfort zone too, you know, when I do these videos for you guys. And it's always good to try something new, you know. It's never it's never not gonna be okay to not try something new, because like I said, if you never tried that new thing, you'll never know if you really did like it at the end of the day or not. So beauties, always try something new and just have fun with it, girl. Take your time, like I said, and just vibe out, girl, and you are gonna be amazed, girl, with what you can create, okay? And beauties, I really do feel like back in the 1950s they used pencils way more, even for their eyeliner. I'm really focusing on having that dark brow. This is definitely a very dark brow. All right, beauties, so this is what it's looking like, girl. I know I got a little blend out over here, but we're gonna fix that with some concealer, girl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my Master Concealer by Face Studio by Maybelline, and we're gonna carve out our brows in a circular effect as we filled it out over here. Alright, beauties, so that's what our first brow over there is looking like. Nice and bold, very sleek and pointed down over here. So we're gonna focus on the same thing on the right side of our eye. Also, beauties, if you guys did notice, my eyes are definitely a different color. These are the tie-dye contacts in Euro American. It's a nice, beautiful gray. I thought this would definitely tie into this look. So I hope you guys do dig this, girl. If I did have a discount code, girl, I would give it to you, but not yet, girl. I use my own money for that purchase. But I am loving how these contacts are going with this look. And also comment down below what kind of vibes you guys are getting off of this look. What kind of 1950s inspired vibes would you guys get? So beauties, for our eyes, we are gonna get into my Morphe palette over here. This is 352 Second Nature palette over here. So why I really want to get into this palette, you guys don't have to specifically have this palette. If you do have another palette that has the same colors, girl, go into that. You can always improvise colors for different palettes or anything. We are just want a nice deep brown shade. We're looking for nice warm toned neutral browns, because that's what we're really gonna focus on for this 1950s inspired makeup look. So beauties, as you guys can see, this palette, it has a very beautiful array of browns. So this is why I would love to get into this palette, because these browns over here is definitely what we want to focus on, that outer edge of our eye over here, beauties. We're gonna be using this brown over here and blending it on the outer edge. Beauties, before doing that, girl, I'm about to forget, we need to set our lids, girl, so these pigments can pop. So I'm just popping on a little bit of my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camoflauge Concealer, and I'm just popping it right here on my lids, and I'm just gonna blend it out up, because I don't want to put too much, because this is a lighter color. This is what I usually go into if I'm using a lot of pigments and I want them to pop. But I'm just gonna really focus this on the bottom, because I don't want too much to go up into my eyebrow, because I don't want to have that white cast over there. So we're just gonna blend this out real quick. And we are gonna be focusing this pigment right in the outer edges in the corner of this eye over here. We're not gonna take it in here. We're just gonna really focus it right in the outer edge, as if, like, you know, where we'd have our darker pigment. I really feel like that's really what they got into back in the 1950s, is they liked a nice, beautiful kind of blend out on the outer edge of the eye over here, and that's just what they stuck to, and it looked beautiful. If you guys look back at 1950s inspired makeup looks, they definitely were very beautiful, very elegant. It's like kind of the startup of makeup, you guys. Like, I loved their 1950s look and how they would just make it look flawless. It made it look, it was very simple but very flawless at the same time. I think I'm gonna go into this one next to it. It's kind of more like a red brown, so we're about to get into this right over here, girl, and we're just gonna really pat this on the edge of our eye. And beauties, just focus that blend, girl, focus that blend. But beauties, I am loving this, and they definitely kept it in like a circular motion. You guys definitely kept it in this array. So now let's just do the same thing on this right side of the eye over here, okay, beauties? Now you see, beauties, this just gives a nice, beautiful, elegant look to this. I really feel like the looks back in the 1950s were very elegant. You guys, they used to have just black and white. So some of the pictures when they would do it just would be strictly black and white. You wouldn't be able to see like the colors of it. So really they would just stick with something on the outer edges and just make it look very beautiful and very graceful. And beauties, I would say really focus this pigment right here where it is going to be your darkest part is going to be right here. So just use that patting motion right on the edge of your eye over here and then blend it out over here into your outer edges of your eye. Now beauties, what I'm really going to do is I'm just going to pop this darkest pigment right over here, this under the first initial one that we used. I'm going to use that one right underneath it. It's a more darker brown, so we're just going to pop that on the inner corner just a little bit. We're not going to use too much, just to darken it up just a little bit more, and then just really focus on blending that pigment out and making that darkness right there. I'm gonna go into a different blending brush and I'm gonna go into just a little bit of a lighter brown shade. I'd probably say to go with this. I'm gonna go in with this browner shade over here. So I'm gonna go into this pigment right over here and just blend it a little bit above where we blended in those darker pigments. When you are going into your pigments, if you don't feel happy with it, go back in with your pigments, girl. Keep blending it out until you're happy to your desired effect. Once you're happy with how it looks, girl, then we can move on to the next steps. All right, beauty, so that's what our eyeshadow is looking like over here, girl. We definitely have a nice, beautiful brown blend over here, girl. All right, beauty, so for shimmer, I'm gonna go into this nice, beautiful little glittery golden shade over here. We're just gonna pop a little bit of it on, not too much, just to give it a little bit of shimmer on our eye. Alright beauty, so now we have that shimmer shade. As you guys can see, it didn't do too much, but it gave it a little bit of a oomph and emphasis on this look over here, beauty. So that's what it's looking like over here, girl. So now we're gonna get into the favorite part, girl, of completing this eye look over here. We're gonna get into some eyeliner, girl. So I did snag a eyeliner from Walgreens because my other one was running out, so let me introduce that to you guys. So beauties, I'm gonna be going into this Loreal Paris. This is in the shade black. This is Telescopic Control Tip Liquid Eyeliner, beauties. I really want to make this look a little bit more precise, so I am gonna be going into a liquid eyeliner over here. I feel like we don't want to bring this wing out too much, beauties. We don't want it too long because that's going to emphasize a little bit a modern day 1950s, so we're going to try to incorporate just 1950s. All right beauties, so girl, I do not have any regular tape, girl. I literally have just this freaking duct tape, girl. Like I need to get some tape, like for real. Alright beauties, so that's what this eye is looking like over here. I tried not to bring it too far up, but I wanted to fix it just a little bit. So beauties, let's peel this off and see what it's looking like, girl. Ooh-wee. Alright beauties, look at that. We got a nice beautiful wing over here, girl. So now we're gonna do the same exact thing on the right side of our eye over here. So beauties, now that we are done with our eyes, girl, we are about to get into lashes, boo. These are the lashes by She Lash. You can find her on Instagram at Marylunadesigns. I will also link her down in my description below over here. And these lashes are in the style Flutter, girl. These lashes are fire. I love her. We have grown definitely a strong bond and connection since me working with her and trying her products, and she's just really become a good friend to me and somebody I can talk to, and we both talk to each other, girl. Like she's just amazing, you guys. You guys really need to check her out. I will link her down below. So beauties, these are the lashes over here in the style Flutter. Alright beauties, so for these lashes, girl, I already trimmed them down. I would always recommend you guys, if you guys are going into lashes, definitely put them on your eye before you do it and measure it out and make sure that that lash matches your eye, because sometimes lashes can be longer than your actual eye length because it's not specifically to your catering of your eye. So definitely put it on first and make sure it matches your eye. So that's what I did. I trimmed it out. And then now, beauties, I'm about to apply this lash, girl. So what I'll usually do is I'll brush on the glue onto the lash itself. And beauties, always try to keep it strictly on the lash band. Do not get it on the lashes because that's not where it's gonna, you know, adhere to your eye. So beauties, this is gonna be on my left eye. It probably looks like my right eye to you guys because you guys are seeing me through the camera, but it is my left eye, girl. So I'm gonna brush this also. I got this trick from Beats by Deb, girl. If you guys haven't checked her out, girl, she is amazing. I freaking love her looks, girl. But she always does when she does her lashes, she'll brush on a little bit of glue on her lash line. So not only do you have what you put on your brush for your lash adhesive, but you also have what you put on your eye. So it's definitely going to give you a nice firm grip to your eyelash. So I'm just going to pop that on, girl. You're gonna try to put it as close as possible, girl, as close as possible on your lash line. And beauties, definitely press and squeeze these lashes together because you want these lashes to stick together, beauties. And like I said, always make sure and try to keep your glue tacky. Just wait about 30 seconds because you still want this to be movable in the meantime, because if you wait till this is completely dry, you're not going to be able to move and adjust your lash where you want it to be. And what I usually do, beauties, is I like to use my tweezers because I take my lash and my regular lash and I press them together so it looks natural and it doesn't look like I have a fake lash on. Alright, beauties, so you guys are seeing these Flutter lashes in action over here. Also, don't forget to check my boo out, you guys. Check out She Lash. She is now Marylunadesigns. I will link her down below, girl, because these lashes are gorgeous. I love the lashes and how it lifts up the eye. This definitely gives me some 1950s vibes over here, girl, because you can see the difference from this side of the eye over here to this side of the eye. So it definitely gives us a nice whoop and uplift to this look. So I'm gonna pop my right lash off of camera, beauties, and then we are going to get into some full face 1950s beat. Okay, girl, okay. Okay. All right, beauties, this is what it is looking like after I did pop on my other lash in the style Flutter by Marylunadesigns, girl. So you guys see we have the eyes, we have this beautiful, nice, elegant look over here for our eyes. So the next step, beauties, we're getting into the face, girl. So for face, girl, I have to go into some full coverage. I'm gonna go into my favorite foundation. So they used like powder foundations back, I believe, in the 1950s. They would just sometimes just powder their face or put a little bit of powder, you know. So I'm gonna go into my Juviasplace I Am Magic foundation. I am in the shade Bogatoga, and I am going to blend that out, girl, so we can get some nice full face coverage over here. Okay, beauties, so this is what it looks like, beauties. So I'm gonna go into some full face over here, girl, so let's get into it. Let me tell you guys a little crazy little story time that happened to me when I did initially get this foundation. So I was living at my other apartment. I'm at my new apartment right now. At my old apartment, I ordered this order and I had my Morphe Lo-Fi palette. I had the foundation. It said it got shipped. So I was like, okay, it said it got shipped to the door and it was delivered. And when I came home, you guys, my package was gone. Somebody done took my package. I wake up in the morning, I find a note on my door, you guys. She was like, oh, somehow my son, he accidentally got a hold of your package. I think he was, how is your son gonna take my package? Like, I just don't understand. How do you not see that your son brings in a big package from Ulta? If you are really in the right mind and you saw that he had the package, you would have knocked on my door and be like, oh my god, girl, I am so sorry, my son, literally, I just found him out, bring your son over, girl. Like I just did not understand, girl. I was like, what in the world? I do not play when it comes to my makeup. Comment down below if you guys feel the same way. I cleaned all my brushes the other day because I was like, dang, I really need to get into this video for you guys and create it. Like, I was gonna do this video last night previously before, but I didn't have like the time and everything was just going going wrong, you guys. My battery ended up dying and my other batteries weren't charged, so I was just like, today is just not the day to create it, you know, I'll just create it in the morning time. I also did pick up another one of my master conceals because I love this concealer, you guys. It's my go-to. I would highly recommend it for you guys. Like, out of CVS and Walgreens, I would say my favorite is Walgreens. Like, I love how they have everything set up, because CVS, it's a little different. It's cool, but I really do like Walgreens. That's always been my go-to. What is your guys' go-to for drugstore makeup products? Alright, beauties, so I got this opened up. I was having a little bit of struggle with it, but I'm just gonna apply this on my highlighted areas, beauties. I'm gonna kind of go into what I usually do. Hopefully those people are okay, you guys, if there's anybody that's, you know, life-threatening, but I'm just like, oh my god, it's been like 3 times. I'm just gonna take this as I usually do, if you guys have seen my usual full face beat routine. So I'm basically just gonna apply this to my highlighted areas, girl. I take my pointed tip to blend this out. So beauties, I'm just taking this as I usually do and just blending this out with my foundation. So I'm just using my same basic kind of steps where I put my makeup and just blend that out right here. So beauties, I'm doing like my basic routine as you guys can see over here, but I really do want to just put a little bit of foundation over here because you guys know that sometimes you can just take your concealer out and make it look snatched and clean, but back in the 1950s, I don't think they would do things like that. They just kind of had their foundation over there. So I'm kind of going to try to diffuse this out a little bit, because that's not really 1950s vibes right there. That's really like, you know, 2020 slayed up boo period type vibes. Like, we looking snatched over here, girl. We looking 1950s. We are gonna be the baddest biddy back in the 1950s, girl. We gonna be like, excuse me, sir, do you have a pint or a glass of water, please? I am feeling quite parched today. Girl, if we were back in the 1950s, boo, we'd be like, oh my goodness, with our little fans, you know, our little whoosh, we whip it out, just, oh my goodness, it's just a little bit hot in here. So girl, we looking like a bad video. Alright, beauty, so I do believe it's time for some powder over here, girl. You know, I gotta go into, I don't have like any 1950s powder, you guys, or any old back in the day. That would be really cool video idea, you guys, later on in my makeup journey on my channel. You guys know those things are probably expensive, even though it's like back in the day, because those are very rare. All right, beauties, so now we're gonna get into our Kylie Jenner setting powder, and I do have a new addition to my channel, girl. So I have this elf sponge. It is for powder, so you can like strictly get into just powdering in those areas. So boo, we're just gonna take our powder over here and we're just gonna, girl, this sponge, hunty, she gonna be a new addition for life. And you guys know they would be getting down with powder in their face back in the day. You guys know, like, iconic thing you guys would see back from 1950s looks, or even that you would always see the girls, even like they're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom to go powder my nose, and they would like powder their nose and stuff, you know, come back to the table, like they would always be carrying around a powder with them, you guys. But now we, you know, we got our modern day Kylie Jenner, Bhcosmetics, we got all our, you know, our name brand stuff, or even generic stuff, air spun, you guys. Like, I'm just gonna take these same shades that we did use on the top of our eye and the shimmery shade from the 352 Second Nature palette, and we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom of the eye over here. You're gonna keep that darker pigment on the outer edge and then just put a little bit of shimmer underneath. Just simple, glamorous 1950s. Probably say you can even pack this shimmery shade right in the inner corner right there, because that's where you're really focusing on. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna dust off this bake over here. So this is usually the powder brush I get it into. This is from Eco Tools, so I'm just gonna kind of like pat it and dust it off. We had some on here, so we just want to pat that off, kind of pat and dust motion. All right, beauty, so now we are about to get into our contour, girl. So we're not gonna do too much with contour, you guys, like we do in the modern day. I'm just gonna keep it light, simple right here. We're gonna just really focus it right here. We're not gonna bring it down a lot, just not much. So beauties, I'm just dabbing on a little bit, and I'm kind of feeling out like how they would do their contour. So we're kind of just really gonna keep it natural glam. They really tried to keep a natural glam. They didn't want to do too much with their makeup, you get me? They just wanted a nice, beautiful, sculpted out look. So I'm gonna take Lina and Sola and I'm gonna blend that to the contours of the cheek. So I'm not really gonna I'm gonna focus a little bit here, but I'm really gonna focus it about right over here. So beauties, I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush over here. So we're taking that shade Lina and Sola and we're gonna be blending that right up into here, right where we did our contour, girl, because that's what they had going on back in the day, girl. They said, yes, hunty, we're about to put blush for a contour. We are gonna stay snatched up. Are you guys feeling these 1950s vibes, girl? Woo wee. Like, we loving this. And now, beauties, what I'm gonna do for a highlighter, girl, we are not gonna go. You guys know I be loving me some highlight, girl. Like, you guys know I be loving me some highlight, but for this tutorial we are not gonna get too highlighted, you guys. So I'm just gonna go into my Makeup Revolution Dare to Divulge Highlight Reloaded over here, beauties. So this is what it looks like over here. It's in this little packaging and it opens up like that. You guys can see it's a nice, a beautiful, shimmery kind of champagne vibe over here. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you guys always know I get into my fan brush always for doing my highlight just to make it pop and glow to the gods, girl. But for this tutorial, you guys, I am definitely going into this. Is also a highlighting brush as well, and we're gonna kind of just boom. That's it. That's about it, girl. That's all she wrote. We need natural beauty up in this bit. Okay, we definitely are getting some vibes. Girls were just, you guys, you know, Marilyn Monroe was back in the 1950s, you guys. She is just well known for her beautiful accents and beautiful, and by accents I don't mean like voice, I mean like her beautiful accents of how she did her eyebrows, how she did her you know, face. She put her blush. All right, beauty, just focus on that natural glam over there, girl. So like you see, we have a highlight, but it is not blinding. It is not like, oh my god, look at her highlight. It's like, oh my gosh, like, look at her highlight. To complete this look, girl, we need a set of lips, girl. We need our lips, okay? Guys, I'm just gonna line my lips because you guys, they definitely use a lip liner. This was a go-to back in the night. You guys know this was a go-to back in the 1950s. Girls would be whipping out in their little purse. They'd be whipping out some, but like, I gotta touch up my lips, girl. I gotta make these look plump, luscious, okay? And you guys, I also am gonna accent my moles with this as well, you guys, because you guys know Marilyn Monroe, you guys know not only her, but a lot of other famous people as well have done, you know, they would emphasize their beauty marks, or they would even create a beauty mark that they didn't have. That was just a beauty thing that people loved back in the 1950s. So I'm definitely gonna incorporate that, girl. So okay, beauties, I'm gonna pop on a little bit of some red lipstick. I'm just blending that on the outer edges, and then I'm gonna go in with a nice coral color right here in the middle. And if you beauties want to try to make this a little more natural when you guys are cleaning up your lips and you guys maybe messed up or like sweeped it down a little more, I would definitely recommend going into your foundation instead of your concealer, because you're gonna have a white cast from when you put that on. So just go into your foundation, girl, just dab a little bit and then line it out. All right, beauties, so I am definitely loving this look right over here, beauties. This is definitely gives me some 1950s vibes. I look like I'm literally out of a war. I don't know what war went on, you guys. I'm not good at history. Comment down below if you guys know what war went on, but I look like I'm one of the military, you know, the guys who would go off to the military and the wife would stay at home with the kids and everything. Like, this is what type of vibe I'm getting off of, and this is exactly what I wanted to go for, beauties, in this look. I definitely am getting some 1950s vibes off of this look, girl. I am so happy with how this look came out, girl. So now, girl, we about to set our face, okay, hunty? So I'm going into my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Mist, girl. I don't know if they did this back in the day, girl, but we're about to do it in this day. So let's set and make this look ready, girl, okay? Alright beauties, I am gonna do my hair off of camera, girl. I got a surprise for you guys. We're gonna tie this all together, girl, so I will be right back. Alright, my beautiful boos, this is the completed look for you beauties today. This is the 1950s inspired look over here. I did pair it with a little hair tie and then also a little bit of a pinup kind of styled 1950s vibe hairdo. I hope you beauties did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, girl, so you don't miss an upload from me. I would love you guys to join my beauty tribe over here, okay girl? And thank you so much for staying in tune to my videos, you guys. It means so much to me. Thank you for all your support and I love you beauties, and I will catch you guys on my next upload, girl, okay? I love you guys. Bye.